Hello there, moin moin ladies and gentlemen, Donspektor here today with another Donboxing, and I have for you with greetings from our friends at Fosi Audio. We have the SK02 deck amp headphone amplifier here, and we have the P2, which is a hybrid tube amp. The first one clocks in at 118 bucks according to the website. The second one, need to just check that again, at 59 bucks. And this is just the unboxing, but again, as usual, disclaimer here, why they send it over for review. They have not asked or influenced me in any way, and everything we see here is exactly how I found it. And yeah, we start, I think, actually with the P2 here. So that's the box. And if you open it like that, there is a protective foam layer on top, and we get the quick manual here, Chinese on this side and English on this side. I don't think there's much going on with this one, it's literally just an amplifier. The European power brick, nice to see here. And then we have the actual amplifier. This is a tiny bit too big. This will wiggle around here a bit. So maybe they should have put it like that and a bit of additional protective foam at the back. So yeah, just stays a bit more safe. And then here the two tubes you get with it. Let's already remove them. And the other one as well. Not entirely sure what exactly the tube socket is. Let's quickly check if they say something about that in the manual. That's Chinese, Operation setups, no, I don't see anything here about the type of tube we are using here. Oh no, wait, here we see it. They have a 6K4, 6J4, yep. And the G5654, blah blah blah. So yeah, you think you can replace them. Yeah, so that's nice to see. No proprietary bullshit. Then let's see if I orient this correctly and try to insert the tube. Dang, I always hate inserting tubes, I have to be honest. Always a bit of a hassle to remove them and replace them actually. So the 602 that I have here is my hybrid tube amp. I have to confess I haven't used it since I reviewed it because I don't have enough space on my current desk setup here. But it's about on par in terms of sizing here, and I just had replaced it with a different pair of tubes. Wait, this looks like it's still not entirely inserted. Okay, now it looks about correct here, see that? Okay, so let's check out the back here. Has only RC and aux as input here, and you can select that with this toggle. Standard 12 volt here. At the bottom we have 4 rubber feet, so there should at least be a bit of ventilation and yeah, no scratching around. Chassis wise, let's give it a quick tour around. There isn't much going on here. It feels relatively nice and sturdy. Again, that's usually nice with Fosi audio products. They are very sturdily built, and this is no exception. The screws here looks like it's Hexa or Torx, no, it's Hexa. Looks like it's Hexa screws, so you should be able to also maintain this if you wish to, which not sure if you want to. And then on the front here we have the volume knob. Let's give it a quick twisting. It's actually like it has steps. It's not a smooth volume wheel, it has steps. That's a step, that's a step, that's a step, and step. So, and you notice it while twisting this, but you can't hear it, it's inaudible. I don't know how many these are, but it's a lot. We have a big volume wheel here, but I don't mind this actually, so you can actually, yeah, give it small steps. The question is, are these steps small enough for some devices? We'll of course try that out. Power switch here, this classic flip-flop. Doesn't feel the best, I have the feeling it rocks around slightly in the, yeah, okay, you can see that it is actually rocking around slightly in here. So this could have been attached a bit better. And then we get a 6.3 to 2.5 millimeter adapter here, and you get this chunky as adapter, all metal. I like to see that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. There isn't much more going on with this amplifier here. Let's get that out. Also throw that out and get the SK02 in here. So Wait, let me quickly open the spec sheet again, because I checked out the spec sheet the last time. It looked pretty promising. So they have a ES 9038 Q2M. That's a pretty damn good DAC chip in here. And the total harmonic distortion here is given with 0.01, and it has 1.1 watts on the 32 ohms on the 4.4 pentacon output. So there's pretty good specs here. And let's again see, open this. Similar aesthetic in terms of packaging as the other one. Inside here again the operating, so manual. Let's quickly take a look here. There's a bit more of instruction here. Again, looks well layouted. Everything is printed here. The specs are going on. Crosstalk is also listed here. 129 decibels. High gain 137. So everything you need to know here basically all nicely laid out. And we get a USB A to C, respectively C to C, with also an A to C adapter thingy here. Nice. This is the cable we get. Let me... Oh, actually, this is a rubber, so you could actually reuse it. Nice. Lengthwise, let's give this a quick check. It's a bit on the shorter side. This is like half a meter. Like, let me just halve it maybe, and then you can see. So it goes from here to here. So yeah, it's about half a meter, I would say, overall. Thickness wise, this is a nice thick ass USB cable here. That's why you can see it's also still maintaining its shape a bit. Let's try to bend it a bit, but it is relatively easy to unbend, so that's nice to see. Connector here, USB-C, and with a thick rubberized thing around here, so that protects it from too strong bendings. And then the A to C connector directly attached here. Also like to see that so you won't lose it. And then let's take a look at the actual amplifier. This here is better fitted than the other one, I have to say. Definitely, this is, I want to say, like made for this. It fits in nicely with just a tiny bit of spiel. So you shouldn't run into any danger of damaging this, basically. And then let's remove the actual device here. And boy, this is again, it's heavy. You can see literally how thick the metal is we're using here. This looks like it's 2 millimeters or something like that. Again, Fosi Audio, I have to say, like, you guys really doing a great job in terms of build here. This thing looks like a tank, and it feels again very weighty in my hand here. On the bottom here, the feet you have here are very minor. This is just basically a thin rubber strip. I will see how warm this gets, because a bit of ventilation, a bit of space below for better heat transfer usually is nice to see, but maybe this just doesn't get so hot, also possible. And then let's take a look at the front here. The single-ended 3.5 balanced 4.4 pentacon direct front would stay like this, and just for reference so you can see how big this is, it's a tiny bit longer than a mouse, and it's a bit higher than a mouse as well, so it is pretty damn small for the specs we are giving this one here. Granted, my stack here would be a bit more powerful at home, but it has the same DAC amp chip in it. It just measures a bit better because the implementation is a bit differently. Yeah, for reference here, I'm using the topping, yes, I'm using the topping D50 and A53, so that is pretty much the best mid-fi equipment you can have. Yeah, but let's take a look at the top here. Again, big volume knob. Oh, this one actually rotates relatively easy, way easier than the other one. And one thing I do lack, or I do not see here, is where's the indicator at what volume we are? Like, why does it spin around freely? I do prefer something that is not spinning around freely, but maybe this actually, again, this is a step. There's 1 step, 2 step, 3, 4, 5. So again, this has different levels here, and you can't just spin it around as without any and you can't spin it around freely, basically. There's always individual steps you can take. And then let's take a look at that top here. So gain button, pressure point is nice. This is actually, I think it's a metal button. That is nice to see. I like to see this. And you have low and high. And here there's the mode switch button. You can choose between, yep, here the optical and USB according to this. Yep, optical and USB in. Oh, that is also nice. Oh, actually there is aux optical output as well here beneath this cap. Also like to see this. Optical input actually is really nice to have. My mainboard would have this, and I've never used it so far, but this would be pretty cool, I think. And yeah, you can see here in what modes would run on. There's an LED, and actually there's a mute button. Ah, okay, this is actually, you can press this. Let me just demonstrate. you can press this, and I think this is when muting it and probably also turning it off and on. I'm guessing. I will need to try that out. And you can even see here in what actual resolutions it's running. I also like to see this. So overall, again, this is made like a tank. Like really, if you knock this, it's pretty sturdy. And I will of course now give this a shot and see how it actually performs on my desk. Yep. Hope you enjoyed it. Questions, recommendations, or criticisms, please leave a comment. Donspektor out.